Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here in the ILRS. First time this season, although 1/4 of the way through at this point. Decided to pick up where we were. Kept this series running behind the scenes. If you followed the Stock Car Championship series, we would update you on who was doing what here, race to race, and Pato award your current points a leader. See if we can find Pato on track. But we are at race 7 of 24. Heading into turn 1, and you see Palou coming out right in front of him. Palou 5th in points, so doing very well himself, but Pato award currently leading the series by 22 over Scott Dixon. Here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway on the road course. We'll be running the 500 here in a matter of a week's time, give or take, depending on my availability, but that race will be coming up. The Indy 500. Double points on the line for that race. An interesting bit of the schedule coming up here for these drivers. After the 2 weeks at Indy, they then head to Road America, followed by 3 races in Europe. Red Bull Ring, Nürburgring, and then Barcelona. All 3 of which will be standing starts. We'll get to that eventually. In the meantime, fastest in practice, 15-minute warm-up session. Looks like we have Alex Zanardi topping the charts. Not many cars yet across the line, so we'll see how that updates. We know these cars could probably get down to around a 108, maybe a 107. Lots of great battling going on here. Cars on different temperatures on their tires here. Rossi and Dixon just out of the pits. Newgarden behind them, trying to put on a fast lap, but this will certainly slow that up. Castroneves, he's having a great season, running 4th in points. Gonna have a great couple weeks here. Kenny Brack, top of the charts now, 111. About 9 minutes remaining before we hit qualifying, which will be for 4 laps. Let's go ahead and find Kenny Brack. Oh, board A actually tops the charts. Right as I say that, to a 110.1 by nearly a second over Kenny Brack. So that speed really starting to hit the track, and these guys are going to put in 108s here in just a moment. Got a big group of cars, including Kenny Brack. Let's go back and follow him. They're about to get even quicker here. Al Jr., he's 3rd overall. He's staying on track. Brack into pit lane. See what Jr. puts down. Oh, 111.3. Not a ton quicker. Alonso Jr., he's having a season that he'd probably like to improve on. 2 DNFs on the year, but 3 straight solid finishes last year. Last week could have had more points, but going up about mid-pack despite running towards the front most of the race. Last race was at Iowa Speedway. It was a very competitive race. Bourdais remains at the top. Sato 1.5 seconds back. And even 5th place Al Jr. 2 seconds off of Bourdais. Palou finally getting up there. Villeneuve. But Bourdais looking really quick here. Let's go back and jump with Bourdais as Al Jr. crosses and is now 7th. On board with the 18 car. Bourdais 12th in points. Like Al Jr., also with 2 DNFs. Had a great run though at Iowa. Looking to back that up here. Lap of 110.6, so you see the speed already significantly dropped off. He had no traffic to deal with. There's Pagenaud up ahead. 2 Frenchmen about to duel into this turn 6. 6 or 7. Got Wickens here as well. Looks like Wickens yet to put a lap in. He's having a pretty tough year. Palou down to a 109.6, so only 0.3 now off Bourdais. Coming up on 5 minutes to go in warm-up. Let's check with Palou. Should be a very good race though. We've been here on the older surface, older configuration. I apologize. No, we did do it on the new one. Wound up being quite a few different strategies going on. Very unpredictable as who's going to actually win. So there's a lot of different speed variation going on at the end of the race, and we may see that again here today. Palou, gonna be quick, we know that. Bit surprised Bourdais up there in first. Let's check the rest of our results though. See where some of your favorite drivers might be in the current practice standings. A lot of the quicker guys finding towards the back here. Look at this. Zanardi, AJ Foyt, Mears, Mario. Not sure, just not getting laps in, or the purpose of that may be having to get a clean lap. Very possible. Palou and Tracy through the left and rights here. Not quite S's. Switchbacks. Not switchbacks either. Maybe we'll call them S's. Oh, Palou bicycling it there through the third to last corner. Right before pit entry. Keeps it on track though. 2.5 minutes now remaining. Nigel Mansell just ahead of this battle. Jimmy Vasser there in 5th. That's great to see. You got Paul Tracy's teammate Villeneuve up in 4th. Only 2 cars underneath the 1 minute 10 barrier. Take a quick look at the weather. 70 degrees, track temp 74. That will come up for qualifying. We're at 8:13 local time. Qualifying will take place at 9 a.m. and the race itself at 10 a.m. Probably get one more lap before the session's over. Head back to our quickest on the timesheets. That's Mr. Sebastian Bourdais, actually on pit lane. So we'll go back to Palou. Stays on track. Looks like Tracy came down pit lane. See Colton Herta in the background. Looks like that Zanardi. Actually, Zanardi just bumped up to 3rd. Zanardi and Palou could be quite the epic battle. But for that to happen, Zanardi's going to need to put together some good finishes. He's had a fast car, just has not got the finishes he's been hoping for. No DNFs, however, finishing mid-pack like week to week. Whereas last year, he was contending for the championship. So that wraps up our warm-up session here. Go ahead and advance to qualifying, and we'll stick with Sebastian Bourdais. Again, quickest overall. If anybody goes quicker through our qualifying session, then we will go ahead and move to that car. Off a pit lane here, the Seal Master number 18, Dale Coyne Racing, Sebastian Bourdais. Trying to put down a quick few laps here. We should see 3 laps. They are provided 4, but rarely do we see them take the full 4 laps. Not sure if it's a fuel issue, if they don't fuel it enough, or just feel they're not going to go quicker on that 4th lap. See what happens here this morning. At 9 o'clock local time here at Indianapolis on the road course. We're following this up with the Indy 500 in a couple weeks' time. About to take the green flag for his first of 4 laps, potentially 3 laps. Quickest in practice, Bourdais, I mentioned earlier, running 12th in the standings. Does not have a pole position on the season. Into turn 1, nice line. Keeps the momentum rolling through 2. Long back stretch. Hard braking here into this sharp left-hander. It's all about rhythm through this section. Keeping that speed up for this exit. Bourdais doesn't look like he's put any wheel wrong here in lap 1. See where his pace is at. This will not be the quickest lap by any means, so take this first lap with a great assault. The second and third will be where it comes in. The speed really starts to pick up. Right now, quickest overall, looks like we got Joseph Newgarden at the top of the charts. Here's Newgarden. Look at that tight chicane. Got 1/10 up on Alexander Rossi and Juan Montoya, Alex Andretii. That's your top 4 at the moment. Car looking a lot quicker this lap. You can see compared to the last one with Bourdais. That's just a product of these tires coming up to temperature. Keeps it off the curb. Curb can be a death sentence in this, especially here in qualifying. Lap 2 about to be in the books. 1:10.1 for Newgarden. He does not go quickest though. Let's see if it holds for Will Power. Looks like it will. Power now up to P1. AJ Foyt, Alex Palou, Castroneves now your top 4. Mario rounding out the top 5. This could be the last lap unless we see cars go for that 4th one. I don't know if we will. Will Power had the pole position at our first race of the year. It took place at Sebring. Cross the line yet again. On to lap 4. What do we have? Oh, Will Power's not going to be quick as he's dropping through the field quickly. Andretii, a 108.9. Going to be quickest. AJ Foyt second. You got Montoya and Rossi on row 2. Imagine Andretii, AJ Foyt front row. Looks like a couple cars did take to pit lane. I don't know if they'll be able to get another lap in. They just got the 2. Does Mario continue, or does anybody try to finish here? No, I don't think we'll see anybody put in a final lap. Looks like everybody on pit lane. Just gonna move forward here. This will be their last lap, so we will go ahead and advance to the race in just a moment. But Mario Andretti going to be on pole. Greg Ray, look at that, up in 5th. Dario Franchitti, Greg Moore, Al Jr., Zanardi. Mirrors way towards the back, usually very quick in qualifying. Points leader about midfield. It's going to be an interesting race. And as the cars load in, we'll go through the field and see where your favorite driver is starting. Temperature now 73 degrees, track temp up to 82. Still very comfortable here in Indianapolis. 10 o'clock start time for this one. And here is your starting lineup for the Grand Prix of Indianapolis. Teammates on the second row. Look at Greg Ray in fifth. Excited to see how he does today. And there's Zanardi and Castroneves, very explosive, fifth row. Lots of speed here. Pato Ward and Roman Grosjean. You got Tony Stewart, Kenny Brack. Palou starting pretty far back here. You also got Rick Mears, Bourdais quickest in practice. Meyer pretty far back. Jacques Villeneuve, he's also back here. Vassar was 6th quickest, I believe, in practice. "42 cars here, lined up, ready to go. Rounding out the back of the field, you'll see got last row Gilles Deferrin and alongside Robert Wickens. And cars will get away here for one pace lap, and then we'll get the green flag for 75 laps, about 200 miles at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Cars should be able to make it about 16 to 19 laps. On a tank of fuel. Might see shorter stops when you're on the alternate tires. Looks like everybody at the front running the options. But the primes might be a little slower. Looks like maybe Greg Moore, Helio Castroneves back there around 9th and 10th doing the first cars on harder compound. Good points for Mario Andretti. And he's third, now actually going to be second in the points going into this green flag, getting 2 bonus points for being on pole. Will actually put him ahead of Scott Dixon by 1 point. Again, Pato Award, he's starting about 15th or so. Interested to see if he can make his way through the field on strategy and pace. Dixon's back there as well. I think Castroneves is around 10th. Only one in the top 5 is at the front is Mario Andretti, and he is starting at the very front. Can he keep it there? Let's see what AJ Foyt does on this start. All right, pace car pulling off. About to get underway here. They start a little early. Andretti pulling away. Looks like Montoya might even get second. Rossi going to move back a bit. Greg Ray's looking for 4th. Look at Montoya going for 2nd, maybe in the lead now into turn 1 and 2. Alongside Mario. Wow, what a move there by Montoya. Montoya's had a rough season, so trying to get to the front. A win for Montoya could really improve his season. Let's take a look at the field as they make their way through these S's. McLaughlin and Ericsson going side by side. Andretti pulling away. So any incidents here. This is a tricky part of the track, especially if you go side by side. Hit that curb. Oh, Emerson gets on 2 wheels. You guys get it up onto, but everyone keeps it going. Montoya dropping back at about a second on the first lap. AJ Foyt gonna be patient here. Rossi in 4th, Franchitti 5th. Nice start for Franchitti. Ooh, side by side through the chicane. Made it work. Foyt keeping close tabs on Montoya, who's losing time to Andretti. We go on board here with Alexander Rossi riding behind Foyt and Montoya. You can also see the gap growing to Andretti. 2.7 back for Rossi. He's got Franchitti now right on his gearbox, maybe looking to make a pass. Side by side. Looks like he clears. Franchitti has to fall back in line. Bit of a moment there, though, for Rossi to even be that close. There's Franchitti now on board. First car on the prime tire is going to be Greg Moore sitting in 6th. But everyone else in the top 8 on the options. Greg Ray back in 8th. So losing a little time on the start. There's Ray being followed by Al Jr. and Will Power. A big day for Greg Ray. He's back in 28th in points. 2 recent races being DNFs, so it's going to be a big turnaround for that team. Back to the front, we got AJ Foyt still sitting in 3rd behind Montoya. Can't find a way by. Montoya very defensive, so even losing this group more time than they need be. And right now, Andretii in first. His fastest lap is at 1:10.5. The next quickest is a 1:11.3. Mario does have a win this season. Came at New Hampshire just 2 races ago. Good to see a clean start for everybody though, no incidents. Here's Greg Moore on the harder compound tire. He's got Zanardi in his mirrors. Sure, Zanardi's eager to get by with the quicker tires at this point in the run. On lap 5, you're about to complete lap 5. Seems like we got somebody on pit lane. Let's take a look at who it is. Pato. I don't believe there was any incident, so Pato back out on track just in front of the leaders. I should say the leader, 2nd through 5th, all about 4 seconds back of Mario at the moment. I'm gonna go back again to Greg Moore. He's got Zanardi still behind him. Looks like Voigt has burned his first push to pass. And Mario's up to Pato, gets by, no problem. Might have been a deal with the just tires, so we're in a most interesting. A big group here. Nigel Mansell really holding these guys up. Maybe it's on with the prime tires. Greg Moore, the only one really seeming to be able to keep that car going quickly on the black sidewalls. Nice move by Montoya, not wasting any time, and Voigt goes side by side through the chicane, and it cost him a bit. Top 5 now, all clear of Pato. We got Marcus Ericsson now down pit lane. Nice clean start though. I don't believe we've had any sort of incidents, so love to see that. You see Ericsson exiting pit lane. Andretti should get to him before the end of this lap. And I believe Greg Moore might be down getting new tires. Yes, he is. They did very well on that stint. 2.5 seconds up the road is Marcus Ericsson. There's Montoya, 3.5 back of Mario. Maintaining the gap now. It was growing rather rapidly, but it seems like Montoya may have stopped the bleeding for now. It's got AJ Voigt 1 second back, maybe less pressure in his mirrors. Mario gets by Ericsson, lost a little time again, 2.9 now the gap. Quite a few cars hitting pit lane. Kanan, most recent now. There's Greg Moore. Montoya again timing that pass before the chicane very well. 2.8 the gap to Andretti. This could hurt AJ Foyt being behind Ericsson through these S's too. Just the tire's not up to temperature yet for the Husky Chocolate Chip Ganassi car. Foyt gonna try to send it in, can't make it. Rossi now all over Foyt. Top 5 in between a couple lap cars. I mean, 3rd through 5th, I should say. There goes a nice pass by Foyt and Rossi. They're going to be clear down the front stretch. Oh, there's Jacques Villeneuve exiting pit lane. Looks like McLaughlin up ahead. And Scott Dixon is pit. I didn't realize Dixon was on the harder compound. This could be an interesting moment in regards to how it plays out when everyone pits. Side by side, Dixon and Greg Moore. They got Castroneves ahead. Greg Moore gets by Andretti. There's Foyt. Rossi lost some time. Franchitti got by for 4th. A lot of shuffling going on with this lap traffic, and their tires getting up to temperature, and once they do, they appear to be quicker. Really shaking things up through the field. AJ Foyt now trying to get by McLaughlin into 1. He'll get there. So 1.2 back of Montoya, who's 2.9 back of Andretti. Mario now closing in on his son Michael, who's just out of pit lane. Should see the leaders, as I mentioned, around 16 to 19. So another at least 5 laps. And provided that that's how it plays out, you know, could always be a little earlier. Mario's gap now down to 2.6, just not able to get by the traffic, it seems, as well as Montoya is. Montoya is just going to make another great pass here off the final corner, up to 2.8 again, so Mario was able to grow it back off that final corner. And Rossi appears to have gotten back by Franchitti. Good battle here for 4th. Zanardi, Allen Sir Jr., lots of lap cars mixed in. Got Will Power. There's Greg Ray. Pato Ward up to 10th. Quite a few cars had pit in front of him, but currently running 10th is good news for that McLaren driver. 2.9 the gap. There's 2nd and 3rd. Top 3. Separated by 4 seconds at the moment. Clean track right now for the leaders. Most everyone on that harder tire now has pit. Still 8 seconds up the road before you see Scott Dixon in his battle with Castroneves and Greg Moore. Greg Moore actually really pulling away from those two. Seems Andretii actually putting some time between himself and second as well. Zanardi looking pretty quick, up to 6th. Al Jr. in 7th. You can see that massive cars there with all the lap traffic involved. How is that going to play out here in just a few laps' time? Target Chip Ganassi teammates 5th and 6th. Looking strong. A couple cars have burned one push to pass. I don't see anyone yet more than one. So the top 10. Everybody's staying out at the front of the field. And the gap to Dixon, Castroneves, Greg Moore, mentioned a bit ago, is at 8.9. It's actually grown a bit, so you see that the cars on the fresher tires, even though behind the leader, are quicker. And it'd be interesting to see how everything cycles out with these guys running quicker laps right now. Granted, when the guys that haven't pit will come in, they'll be running quick as well. There goes Montoya, first to blink, lap 15. Anybody else gonna join? Only Montoya. It's surprising. Now you gotta wonder, does he go with the harder compound or stick with the options for now, with the field still being pretty close together? Get back to the front. Here's Mario. Does he make the dive this time by? Definitely in the window. Mario stays out, so what does AJ do? I think you gotta do something different than the leader. Oh, Franchitti. Zanardi, both Chip Ganassi cars. I do like the strategy. Here's Montoya, currently out in front of Greg Moore by 3.5 seconds. Montoya did stay on the option tires. 2.5 now the gap, coming down just so rapidly. There's Mario again. A few more cars on pit lane that time by, and a lot of congestion out of turn 1 now. Just gonna keep an eye on Mario though, see if he comes to pit lane. Let's just keep an eye on. Yep, there's Andretti. AJ Foyt, he's also gonna make the move. Top 3 all in. Here's Mario Andretti. The only car staying out right now is Will Power. He's sticking out another lap. Here's Montoya. He's got Greg Moore right behind him now. Montoya's tires are going to come up to temperature, and he should be able to pull away from Moore pretty quick. Castroneves and Dixon just behind these guys. Here we go, down the front stretch. Andretti's out. Into turn 1 already. Here's Rossi. Wickens, Foyt. Oh, Al Jr. held up Greg Moore a bit. Greg's going to lose a bit of time now on Montoya, who's really closing in on his teammate Rossi. Go to the inside before they get to the S's. A little help from his teammate, it seems. Now everybody else is on pit lane. There's AJ Foyt in second at the moment. Can he hold off Montoya, who's got very quick tires right now? Should be able to make the move down this straightaway. See Mario up the way. We gotta be 20 plus cars on pit lane right now. Will Power exiting. Montoya's gonna make it work. And now focus again on Mario. Up the track here, 3 seconds. Will Power trying to hold on. Castroneves makes the move. Oh, Dixon two-wheeling it. Working with his teammates Franchitti and Zanardi, pseudo teammates. Alonso Jr. also got his tires up to temperature, might be able to make a move in a moment. He's gonna go inside here. Will Power doesn't make it work. Outside, what a move. Zanardi and Dixon side by side. Everybody through the pit cycle now. Zanardi working on Dixon for 8th. He's going to get it. Now Andretii focusing on Castroneves. Castroneves on much older tires after starting on the prime. Rossi up to 5th. And here's Greg Moore in 4th. Should see Greg in probably about 4 laps. Now look at this. 2 seconds between Montoya and Andretti. Andretti did stay out 2 extra laps. So I think that is the difference. And Andretti should be able to get that gap back increased once the tires cross back over. Lap 21, so 20 laps in the book. Coming up on the 1/3 mark already of this race. Going by pretty quick. Fastest lap currently 1 minute 10.549 for Mario Andretti. And I believe the second quickest lap will be Montoya's, which is at a 1:11.241. Incredible difference in lap speed there. Mario actually had the fastest lap last week at Iowa. Now the gap's back up to 3 seconds, so you see how quickly that turned, and AJ Foyt even closing up now on second place Montoya. See Rossi do the same with Greg Moore. 10 lap difference on these fresh option tires. It's great to see Rossi up here having a mediocre season, especially to his standards, running 14th with 1 DNF on the season. Ran well last week at Iowa. Getting by Greg Moore as quickly as possible is crucial for his run. So if he can do it here into the next corner, can't quite get to the inside. Now looking second to last corner. Nope. Might see Rossi on push to pass. Does not use it, but is alongside. Greg Moore out braking Rossi into 1. Thought I heard some contact on the track, but not seeing anything on the map. Any cautions in any sectors. And Andretii now joining this battle. Make it a 3-car race for 4th. And Greg Moore, this is perfect for him. He might be in the pits in the next lap or 2. Buddy Lazier made his stop. And Greg Moore staying out. Says, why not? If I can keep him behind me, stay out as long as I can. Race for a second, getting pretty close. We'll jump up there in a moment. So let's see if... I don't think Ross is going to be able to get by. Yeah, a couple opportunities when the tires were a little fresher, but now halfway through this stint, it's just so hard to make a pass. Oh, got a few more cars exiting pit lane. Mario's closing up on Robert Wickens. Let's go on board with AJ Foyt. 1/3 of the way through this race. Caution free. Mario Andretti, Juan Montoya, AJ Foyt in the class of the field. Craig Moore, pit lane. Now, as Rossi has lost about 3 seconds on AJ Foyt. That's just heartbreaking for that team. They had a shot, maybe at a top 3. Could they have kept it going? Wouldn't say it crushed any dreams of a podium, but definitely hampered them. See Mario getting a bit hung up now on Robert Wickens. Got a little sideways out of the final corner. Second and third, all separated by a 4.1. Let's see if this helps. Fresh tires on Wickens. This could hold up Andretti. Wickens driving hard, knowing he's got to try to stay on the lead lap. Running 36 at the moment. And actually pulling away from Mario. Mario looking for the trifecta here this weekend. Quickest lap, pole position, and the win. Potentially most laps led as well. I mean, he gets another 10 laps, then he will have that. Yeah, really held up here by Wickens as Montoya's got the lead down to 2 seconds. It's just the tires get to a point where you just can't pass anymore. You can get there, but you can't make a move. Low power in 8. We got Newgard and Pato Ward running at the top 10. See Alonso Jr. trying to look on Alex Andretii. That's her 6th. Here's that battle for 4th. A battle for the lead, down to less than a second. Scott Dixon out on new tires. Oh my, first and second, mixing it up with some lap traffic. And almost side by side. Montoya looking for a way by Dixon. Doesn't want to get into a wreck or go off track. Goes wide, but keeps it in the on the asphalt. AJ Foyt closed the gap too. Wow, what a moment for the leaders. Now only separated by 2 seconds, first to third. There is the gap. Less than a second. And could see pit stops in the next, I would say, 4 to 6 laps. And then it starts to get interesting as to what tire do you switch to? When are you going to take that primary tire? Closing up on Arie Luyendyk now. He's running 28. A lot of cars have taken another stop, so where they are on track is a bit off strategy. But Mario now to Luyendyk. Let's go on board with Montoya. Play an easy pass though. Luyendyk not going to put up much of a fight. More legitimately running towards the back. You notice here Mario yet to use any push to pass. There's Scott Dixon making life hard for AJ. We're gonna get a lap back. Do it the hard way. And it really helps his race overall by doing this. Have to be aggressive, try to get that lap back. Here's Mario now working on Rosenquist. Dixon's also racing, not currently close to him, but was racing with Castroneves, who's out the way about 5 seconds here. Trying to get back into that battle. Plenty of time to do so. Oh, Montoya dives off. I think he sees losing speed in traffic. Good call by the McLaren team. They did pit earlier on the last stop as well, so it's actually right on pace with their other stop. How long does Mario stay out? AJ, same question. Mario now pulling away. See if Dixon can maybe make a move with fresh tires. 4 laps on these. He's got to try to get by Rosenquist. Rossi and Franchitti Still, it's only separated by half a second. Oh, there goes Rossi. AJ Foyt's also on pit lane. And Mario. Leaders on pit lane. Okay, this is a big moment. He did not want to get undercut like he did at the last pit sequence. Montoya still getting up to speed, dealing with Tony Kanaan, who is slower. Or just made the pass a little more difficult, I think, than it needed to be. Wow, interested to see how this plays out for Montoya, who's now coming off the final corner. A lot of the leaders coming out of pit lane already. I see them up ahead. There's Zanardi, there's Rossi. Okay, Foyt and Andretti. 5 seconds right now to first. Let's go on board. Ahead is AJ Foyt, 1.8 seconds. Only 1 lap shorter, so how much of a difference it'll make is yet to be seen, but 3 seconds now the gap. It's gonna go for the move on AJ. Oh, they almost touch. AJ Foyt cutting him off into the bend there. And now Foyt's tires should be up to speed. Bit of a bobble off the final corner, so Montoya's gonna have the ability to make a move here. .2 to Mario, who's getting passed by Kanaan. And almost off track. 1.5. Andretti was off the track completely there. Now look at this. 1 second to Montoya. And they're going to get back to Kanaan eventually. I see both Andretti and Montoya, including Foyt, Franchitti, all still on the option tires. And here they come, back on Kanaan now. Now that the speeds come up in these options. Making the move into one. Montoya's following. Got the gap down to 3/10. Have a car out of gas on the track. Ryan Hunter-Ray. I believe it's Hunter-Ray. And caution flag is out for the stalled car, Ryan Hunter-Reay. Out of gas on track. Lap 36 of 75. Palou currently the leader. Will have to stop him. Rick Mears, Kenny Brack still going to have to make their pit stops. Pace car picking up Palou. Imagine we'll see Palou, Mears, and Brack on pit lane. We might even see Andretti, Montoya, Foyt. We could see them if they want to try to switch and get onto those primary tires here on this restart. Saw how well it worked for Greg Moore. I think he would be running 5th with these cars were not in the mix. Still have 24 cars on the lead lap. Takuma Sato, or actually Tony Stewart, last car on the lead lap. Emerson Fittipaldi will get the lucky dog. And just looking through the field, see if we have anybody out of the race. Hunter-Reay rounding out the field in 42nd. Only 1 lap down, so nobody 2 laps down to this point. And here it is. Kind of like the choose cone. Who's going to come down pit lane? Oh. See everybody else staying out. Nobody coming for those primaries. Maybe a few in the back. But I'll hand the lead back over to Mario Andretti. And a lot of these cars will get waved around now. And we'll have a lot more cars back on the lead lap. Looks like about maybe 10 cars got trapped a lap down there. Now we have 36 cars on the lead lap, and Hinchcliffe being the lucky dog at 37. Top 5, Mario Andretti, Juan Montoya, AJ Foyt, Alexander Rossi, and Greg Moore. Finishing out the top 10 is Helio Castroneves, Al Unser Jr., Alex Zanardi, and Will Power. Not seeing your points leader, though, in the top 10. That's Pato Ward. He started around 10th to 15th and is running 13th, so right about where he started. Dixon, Newgarden, same situation. Bourdais. Greg Ray's fallen back a bit from his 5th place start, but it's still 14th, so great run for him. See all these guys get a wave around as the cars cross the line this next time by. Probably add one extra caution lap just to be safe. And with this lap, or in the next 2 or 3 laps, I should say, Mario Andretti will have led the most. I don't know if anyone is going to lead another half of this race the way we've seen, so safe to assume Mario will take home 5 additional bonus points with the 2 he already got for pole position. That's 7 on the day, just in bonus points alone. And he's looking at the quickest lap of the race, currently a 1:10.5. Next quickest is only a 1:11.2. So 8 bonus points potentially for our current leader. This could be a big day for Andretti. And like we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, our next race will be right here at Indianapolis again. Going the other way around the track on the oval. 500 miles. Only way to do it at Indy. Sure to be an exciting run when we get to that. We'll have Stock Car Championship Series soon as well. Been a bit of a break there, but back again. Next race for that series is at Martinsville. Doing 400 laps around the paperclip. Gonna go ahead and add one more lap here. Still got our lap guys, or wave around cars, making their way off the final corner, so we got a bit of ways to still catch up to the pack in formation, and just want to make sure everybody's pulled up together for the restart. With the restart then with 35 laps to go. I'm going to step away for just one moment and be right back for this restart. Alright, and back here for one to go before we have our restart in the ILRS, round 7 of 24, just 1/4 of the way through this season. I'm going to be picking it up for the rest of the way for you. So excited to bring the schedule to YouTube. Okay, don't forget to subscribe or follow, like the video. Mario Andretti will lead Juan Montoya and AJ Foyt as he has all day long, followed by Alexander Rossi and Greg Moore. Franchitti rounding there 6th. So Greg Moore able to work his strategy pretty well into a top 5. Castroneves there in 7th as well. So those guys with the hard compound to start the race worked out pretty well for them. And knowing that Mario, Montoya, and Foyt, even Rossi, they still have to use that hard compound. I'd really be looking at Greg Moore, last week's winner, at potentially going back-to-back here. See how many laps though are on Greg Moore's tires. 14. Wow, so he's gonna be in pits here very shortly after this restart. And green flags back in the air. Mario Andretti pulling away. Montoya keeping close though, close enough to stay in the draft down this front stretch. Very hard under braking into turn 1. The whole field there going through turn 1 and 2, side by side through the back of the field. Looks like Pato maybe went off. Michael Andretti was a bit wide. Mario, however, holding away. Montoya staying close. Tries to get a bit of a angle on the apex. This Mario might have taken a bit of a defensive line even. First time we've seen that today. And Montoya is there. Heat cycle may not have been too friendly to the #1 car. And now plays out down this front stretch. Greg Moore staying on track, so as is Castroneves. Looks like we do have a few cars hitting pit lane. If anybody's going to hit pit lane out of this front group, it is this guy here, Greg Moore. There is your top 13 or so cars. These top dozen in the frame. Sorry for that camera shot. There with a reverse. Got that a couple times today. Castroneves looking to get by Andretii in the S's. Big move here. He can make this work. That's not good for Andretii. Oh. Oh, bicycling. Castroneves does make the pass. Ericsson on this outlap just getting stormed by the whole top 12 cars. Top 15 perhaps. Oh. Back up to the 5th with the Greg Moore and Castroneves 5th and 6th. Running similar strategies. And everything remains very close at the front of the field. Not much separation like we saw at the start. Coming up on Tony Stewart. He was just took a pit stop about 2 laps ago, so getting up to speed still. Trying to hold that lap. Look at Montoya outside into 1. Going for the lead on Andretii. Lap 45. Oh my god, what a huge moment of this race. Can't make it stick. Looking any which way he can though. And lots of lap traffic ahead. Two and 3 wide here. Look at Greg Moore sending up the inside for 2nd. Montoya gets jammed. Andretii's going. Montoya's just free falling through the field. Oh, what a heartbreak. Down to out of 10th in less than 2 corners. Back to the front. Castroneves and Greg Moore 2nd and 3rd. Behind the leader, Andretii. Oh my goodness. Montoya, who had such a good run going, had it ripped from his hands. That happened so fast. And now Greg Moore and Castroneves sitting in the catbird seat. Lap traffic makes life difficult for Andretii. No problem for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th here. They're able to sneak through. Oh, there goes Greg Moore down pit lane. Montoya, he's still in 10th, doing everything he can to get back up at least at the top 5 and salvage this day. He's got to feel absolutely gutted right now. Rossi running 5th right behind AJ Foyt. He was able to keep himself somewhat afloat through that mayhem. See Castroneves this time by. I imagine that's a pretty safe bet. There he goes. The rest of the field, as far as like the leaders and everything, I'm not sure exactly when we'll see them. But let's stick with Greg Moore as he gets up to speed. I would say maybe around 18, 19, so maybe another 3 or 4, tops 5 laps. A lot of guessing there. But Greg Moore out on track. He's got Dixon behind him by 4 seconds. And Palou by 6 seconds. Mario holding on to a 1.4 second lead over Dario Franchitti now. Oh, lots of racing going on here. 4th through 7th, side by side. A check up there for Michael Andretti. Zanardi gonna get hung out for a bit. Oh, has to sneak back in line. Oh, yep. Gonna lose a lot of spots. Zanardi dropping back. Montoya picks up another. And Rossi now looking to track back down AJ Foyt. Here's Castroneves. Scott Dixon got around Greg Moore. Now, Greg Moore did not have a good stop. He is still 3 seconds back of Castroneves and was ahead of him coming into the pits. So right here is the point. That's 2.5 seconds. Nice job by the Meyer Shank Racing team. Not so good by the players LTD. Andretti maintains that 1.5 second lead. Pit stops are looming. Castroneves looking pretty good right now. Holding on, got Dixon behind him. I think Dixon still has to use the hard compact. Just at the 2/3 point of this race now. This potential battle for the win. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that. These guys off a bit different strategy. And with the clear traffic, or clear track in front of them right now, it is working to their advantage big time. Oh, Mario Andretti's on pit lane. Looks like Rossi's joining. Even got Montoya. A little earlier than I anticipated. What tires are we gonna see? Franchitti continues around. Got AJ Foyt still in his rearview mirrors, Al Jr. and Joseph Newgarden. Also see Pato War, that's to be your top 5. We'll go back real quick. I want to see what happens here with Castroneves. Now up to speed, those tires. He's pulling away from Dixon. Here's the merge. Montoya gonna lose some spots. Might be able to get him back when his tires get up to speed. There's Rossi. Rossi can't keep Castroneves behind. See what he could do with maybe Dixon and Greg Moore. But they're gonna look right before the chicane and get that completed. So Castroneves, 2 seconds now to Mario Andretti. He should get to Andretti's bump or rear wing by the end of this lap. Especially through these S's, it's just not even a doubt. And Castroneves, I thought was going for the lead. He's going so much quicker right now than Andretti. Can he make it stick off there this quarter? No. Maybe here. Down the straightaway. No, not enough. He's got 3 more push to pass than Mario. Gonna have the opportunity to look inside. Doesn't do it. It sticks on to push to pass. Inside into 1. Can Castroneves make the pass? He does. Oh boy. First time anybody challenged Mario all day. And he has a bit of age on his tires, so maybe Mario can come back, but it's not significant. It is very much a similar strategy at this point. And Mario, as I keep saying, has got to get to the hard compound before this race is over. Holding up Scott Dixon and Greg Moore now. .7 the gap, growing for Castroneves. Helio yet to win this season, just 1 DNF, but aside from that, been great finishes. Not just good, but great. Looking for that first win. Cross the line. Very quick. Zanardi exiting pit lane. He might have gained quite a few spots after this is said and done. Franchitti yet to pit. I still see him on track. It's unbelievable. Trying to stretch it so he can make it on maybe one more stop. There's Newgarden and Award, 2nd and 3rd at the moment. How does this play out? Franchitti leading some big laps here. And pit lane, it's time. What does Newgarden and Award do? Both, all 3, yep, they're coming. Willpower. Let's hit back to Mario Andretti. Gets by Al Jr. out of pit lane. Tight. And now Castroneves and AJ Foyt. Castroneves around the outside. Makes it work. That's going to be huge for Castroneves. Able to pull away so much more now from Mario. Al Jr. and AJ take very similar defensive lines. Mario's going to skip by. Looks like Greg Moore is there. Try to make his move stick on the outside, and he does, so down the front stretch. This race is really coming together great. Just so much going on. There's Pato Award. It's really down to... Well, right now, Dario gets out of the pits in front of Helio, which no one else was able to do. And now holding him up a bit as Mario closes back in. Helio's going to make the move to the inside. Dario closes it. And now Mario is within 1 second of these two, just like that. How absolutely important it is to make that pass on the out-lap. 20 to go at the line. Dario, Helio, Mario. He's going to the outside. Helio Castroneves is going to try to outbrake Dario into one. He's going to make it work. What a move. And Mario trying to follow suit. Is he going to get there? Almost in the grass. Makes it stick to the chicane. This is your top 12, 15 cars here, Montoya. I just can't believe it. Just again, he had a great car, a fast car, and just bad luck for the 6 team. Can't believe it. Here's your top 4. Helio, Mario Andretti, Dario Franchitti, and AJ Foyt. Dario Franchitti really closed the gap now. Much fresher tires. Gonna try to outbrake. Makes it work. Dario Franchitti to second. AJ Foyt primed to do the same thing. Poised and primed. And now closing in on Helio. 9 laps on Helio's tires, only 2 for Franchitti. Bobby Rahal in 40th place. Not sure what happened there. See if we can catch that maybe post-race. Whoa! Right in front of 3rd place there. Side by side, AJ and Mario and Bobby Rahal got right in the middle of it. And broke up that battle real quick. Dario Franchitti is now caught to Helio and probably going to make this pass pretty quickly. Andretti's still in the picture. He's right out of frame. He's sometimes sneaking into frame. 1.5 seconds out. Helio's struggling though at this point. Andretii, only 3 push to pass remaining. And somehow, I don't know how this is, Newgarden's up to 5th and joining this battle for the lead. Dixon's here. Just what a race. Oh, battle for the lead. I thought Dario was going for it there. Can make it the rest of the way on option tires. Question is, do you still need to run the hard compound? I know there's a few drivers that still need to. At this point, it seems Dario maybe just playing it safe, knowing, or I mean, Dario, playing it safe, knowing he has the fresher tires and that Helio will have to pit eventually, and then he can grow that lead out. AJ still keeping the pressure on Mario, keeping him honest through these tight corners. The 15 laps to go at the line. Just incredible race here all day. Only one caution. Came for a car, ran out of fuel. Oh, there goes AJ. AJ Foyt, fresher tires, gonna make the move on Mario. And completes it. And now look at Joseph Newgarden entering the fray. Top 5 separated by 2.3 seconds. Strategies galore. Oh, Takuma Sato right in the thick of it. Leaders should be able to get by all together. Yes, they do. Helio working with McLaughlin now. He gets out of the way. On to the front straightaway once again. Dario should be able to get by McLaughlin pretty easily into turn 1. Sure, AJ Foyt's open to follow. Can he get there? He does. Nice move by Newgarden. Top 5 all clear. Now back in pursuit of the lead. We've had Andretii here towards the front, especially towards the middle end of this race. 17th in points for Andretii. This is a big deal for him in getting his season on track. Castroneves says he's pitting in. And there are 14 to go, 13 at the line. There he goes, pit lane for the leader. Wow. That is a big moment. We know he's fulfilled his tire obligation. So we have 4 cars all at the front, separated by 2 seconds for the lead. Different strategies between third place Mario Andretti and the remaining 3 drivers here. Andretti should be in the pits in the next 2 laps. I'd say 2 to 4 laps. And it's gotta be for the hard compound. Otherwise, I don't know how he'll get DQ'd or penalized for that. You see Mario. Got a second to make a decision. He stays on track. But losing time now to AJ as Newgarden is all over his rear wing. Let's go check with Helio Castroneves. He's on track on his outlap. Got Leyendijk to his inside who will make the pass. Sure, Castroneves wishes that didn't happen, but he'll be able to get that spot back in just a moment. Back to Dario. AJ Foyt closed the gap for the lead. And looks thought Newgarden was maybe going for the position here into turn 7. Kenny Brack just ahead of the leaders. Trying to stay on the lead lap. Everybody stays on track. Franchitti 2 push to pass. Foyt with 3, Andretti 3, Newgarden 2, Pato 3. Be 10 laps to go next time by. How this all works out when they pit and where is Castroneves is yet to be seen, but Castroneves has got to be flying right now. All on his own. He's pulling back in Leyendijk. Then he's got Rosenquist. Really not much traffic to think about or worry about. Andretti losing time. Now 2 seconds between himself and AJ Foyt. Foyt and Franchitti continue to pull away. And we'll have 10 laps to go at the line. Pato Ward really closing up. Hal Jr.'s there. Ten laps remain. Franchitti and Foyt, fierce battle at the front. They have Kenny Brack just ahead, but I don't believe he'll be a factor as Brack is on a bit quicker lap times, fresher tires. Yep, Foyt is going to look outside. Try to outbrake Franchitti. He's almost there. Can maybe make the pass in a lap. Got one extra push to pass. On board with Newgarden, falling behind Mario Andretti. Mario staying out still. Back on board with AJ Foyt. Want to see how he does here on this lap. Closing back in on Franchitti. See if he can regroup, make one more run off this corner down the backstretch. A little further back this time by. Jump out. Gaps are starting to become static, where just no more passing can really be made here until we get these new tires on. We gotta be seeing Mario in this time, right? I'm just dumbfounded right now. Let's go check with Castroneves one more time. All on his own. 2 seconds to Robbie Gordon. I think this is working out pretty well right now. Does have a few cars up ahead though. Could be trouble. 0.8, the gap, first to second. Franchitti feeling a little better about this. AJ Foyt currently on a 3-race probation for incident last week at Iowa. There's Foyt, he's the first to come. Andretti immediately jumps down. He didn't want to be the first. Now, how does it come into play with Helio Castroneves? Where do those guys cycle out? Lap 69. It's been a nice run for Dario Franchitti. And caught up to Robbie Gordon. Maybe not the best spot for Helio. Yeah, Robbie Gordon really holding up Castroneves. Not what he needs. Makes the pass, gonna get it outside on the final corner. Nice run down the straightaway. I see Andretti pulling out, but it's a lot later than I'd seen when he kept the lead. AJ even beat Mario out of pit lane. Slow stop for Mario. Oh my. Newman Haas Racing. And he's on the harder compound now. So is AJ Foyt. Buddy Lazier running 39th. Gets past Gordon 40th, so battle for 39th taking shape right behind the leaders. Newgarden leading some very big laps out front right now. Seems Franchitti must have pit. And Castroneves now to the rear wing of Andretti. He has 5 push to pass. Imagine he'll deploy one right here. And pull alongside Mario into turn 1 if you can. Can't quite get there. There's Pato Ward coming out of pit lane. Block up the track for Castroneves as AJ Foyt continues to pull away. And here's Dario. Out of the pits. AJ Foyt's in second. We're going to 5 to go. There's not much time if you're Mario and Castroneves. Dario also on the harder compounds. Wickens looking for a way around Franchitti. And Foyt is caught to Franchitti, less than a second, as we have 5 laps to go. There's Andretti and Castroneves. Castroneves just does nothing for him. Back to the lead. Foyt gonna be looking for a way by Wickens. Gets him on the outside. And I'll try to close the gap again as Franchitti faces Hinchcliffe now. Time is running out to make a move. But Foyt closes the gap significantly. Hinchcliffe not doing Franchitti any favors there off of the final corner. And this is going to be a huge draft for AJ Foyt. Newgarden still out on track. There he goes. Okay, 1 second. Hold the phone. Colton Herta. He can make it the rest of the way. Colton Herta may have pulled the wool over everybody's eyes. Newgarden pit. Emerson Fittipaldi is right here. Okay, Emerson is third. Go back here. There's Franchitti. There are 3 laps to go, and Colton Herta looks like he can make it the rest of the way. And he's going to steal this thing. Look at this. Pulling up on Rosenquist. Gap is 7.1 to Fittipaldi. He's going to have to pit. Franchitti, it's 10 seconds. And he's on the harder tire. I don't think he can get there. What a strategy call by the Gamebridge Honda crew. Two laps to go. Colton Herta leading now as Fittipaldi pits. 9 seconds is the gap. No more push to pass for anybody in the top 5. I just did not see this coming. Does he have enough gas? Are we sure he's gonna make it? Franchitti coming through the chicane. Back straightaway distance away from the lead. You see him up there in the top of the shop, just barely sneaking through. Be white flag this time. Colton Herta, currently 20th in points. He's gonna stay out, so he's got it. Give it a shot at least. 8.3 the gap. It's not gonna be enough for Franchitti. Herta's on the last lap into turn 1. What a incredible job here. No one else on this strategy, I don't think. They're known for taking risks here on the 26 team. And it's paying off here today. Rosenquist opening the door for Herta to come through. Around the final 2 corners. Colton Herta's gonna win here at the Indianapolis Grand Prix. Or the Grand Prix of Indianapolis. Colton Herta crosses the line, gets the win. Wow. Dario Franchitti will come home second. There's AJ Foyt in third. Mario comes home fourth. Castroneves rounding out the top 5. Just barely edging Newgard into the line. Let's see how close that was. Yeah, that was close. Then you got Pato Award 7th. Al Jr. 8th. Greg Moore comes home 9th. And Sebastian Bourdais ends up 10th, up 14 spots. Colton Herta started 20th. 20th in points, started 20th, finishes first. What an incredible job by that team. See Montoya 3rd, back to 14th after that crazy lap that we had through the S's. Zanardi and Rossi lost out pretty bad in that as well. But Castroneves, just incredible award. What a great run considering where he started. Palou had a shot there for a minute. You see Greg Ray coming home 19th after starting 5th. Salvaged a good run. He knew he'd fall back, but maybe without that caution he could have held on to a few more spots. Tony Stewart also dropped a bit. Not too bad. I don't know, they didn't have the highest expectations. But did definitely outshine those. Coming home 42nd today, Tony Kanaan. Just not a good run. Hunter Ray with the fuel issue. Azir, Wickens, Hinchcliffe. Those guys just rough runs. But everybody finishing here today at the Indianapolis Grand Prix. Great win for Colton Herta. Dario Franchitti, AJ Foyt. That's your podium. What a run. Thank you again, everyone, for tuning in here today, though. We'll get points updated for the next race. Again, it'll be the Indy 500. And it will be double points. So be sure to tune in for that one. It'll be very exciting. Pato Award should continue to be the points leader. Mario Andretti could close the gap, as will Helio Castroneves. But we will see you all for our next event, which should be Stock Car Championship Series at Martinsville. Keep an eye out for that. Till then, you all have a great rest of your day and weekend. We'll see you soon.